as an educationist, what do you feel about the education sector in India? Because what we have been noticing is in the past 5 to 10 years, the economy is definitely growing, the GDP is growing, people are having better purchasing power, and people are in general getting more well off, if I might say so. But what do you feel about the literacy rates in the country? Is that also growing in tandem with their purchasing power?
The number of colleges have increased. It's not just that, we've just been stagnant at the numbers. So if the numbers are increasing and the number of children going to colleges are increasing, then definitely there is a growth in the literacy area as well. And there are children who are experimenting with new subjects, which is what the current scenario tells us about. They are moving from traditional courses to the more contemporary ones, which are going to fetch them a better job opportunity or make them do better in life. But of course, one point that I would like to mention over here, vis-a-vis the international level, the number of children going abroad is also increasing. And it's not just restricted to the traditional countries of the UK or the US. Now they are experimenting with other countries as well. So the numbers are increasing. But what is happening in our country and why we are unable to match the standards is not just the financial crunch or the lack of infrastructure. One of the reasons is that we do not have a disciplined community here. You see, here everything is, the demand is for tailor-made options. And being little restricted in infrastructure, we are not as big as the Ivy League universities where you could have, tailor-made options for children to choose from. As NEP also envisages that you need to give more choices to the student. It's a very good concept.
Right.
But if you have to implement them, you will need a lot of infrastructure, a lot of financial inputs.
Right.
With the kind of colleges we have in our country where finances is already a problem, this will not really have far-reaching effects. Even cluster college concept which they are bringing will not really take off. There has to be a better way of dealing with this. So similarly, if the children are a little disciplined and they understand the requirement of their institutions, then I think we can achieve the standards set up by the international universities also. And
Right.
we won't have our children to go out.
Right.
Because we have excellent faculty if you look at it. We just keep saying that the faculty abroad is good. They have that kind of exposure.
Right.
So it's not that our faculty is less competent, but of course they do not have that exposure. And we all need to understand that a little bit of discipline in our country will help us go a long way.
Right.
We technically, or I would say, a better word would be that we inherently are a little indisciplined community.
Yes. We've always been like कि ठीक है चलता है काम चला लो इतना क्या है इट्स ओके जुगाड़ू माइंडसेट भी है तो थोड़ा सा इनडिसिप्लिन की तरफ भी वो आ जाता है दैट्स ट्रू